Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
Well, hello, Disney Connections and fellow Disney freaks, and all my Main Street treaters out there as well. Oh, how is everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day. Look at this Central Florida. Oh, just the picturesque, beautiful clouds in the sky. It's almost like the calm before the storm, I guess. Welcome in, y'all. Let's see who we got. So, Random Stuff says she'll be back later. I got Mandy in the house. Welcome. We got Janice. Hello, hello. Good morning. All right. Well, we got a few people popping into the chat. Oh, nice, Janice. We love that. Thank you so much. Just make sure I didn't miss any comments. All right. Yeah. So I'll try to keep track of the comments as they come in. But hey, welcome Monday morning. Something new today. Actually, this is the earliest I've been in a park, I think. November 2020, maybe? I think when Melanie and I came, or I guess that was October. Melanie and I came here for food, the food festival in October, right? During that whole thing that was going on. We came in, we opened up Epcot. We actually came in over there on the other side because we were staying at Pop Century, and Pop Century has the Skyliner, and the Skyliner brought us right over there to the World Showcase entrance, or I like to call it the back door, the back gate back there. Susan's in the house. Welcome, Susan. Oh, up early there in Montana. Jordan's in the house. What's up? So, anyway, this is the earliest that I've been in Epcot for a while, and you'll notice that, looking around, something's missing. I don't. Anybody want to take a guess? Something's missing. Yeah. If you probably figured it out. Melanie's not here. This morning. I dropped her off at her 9 to 5er and decided to come over here. I got some treats to pick up for y'all. If you've ordered some Main Street Treat, we're picking up some treats today, and just doing the business, doing the business. Yeah, Janice got it. Melanie's gone. Not here today. It's just me. So I thought I'd pop on here live, and I'm not making any promises, but let me know what you think. But maybe not yet, but see how it goes during this stream here. But maybe we'll do this. We'll make this a Monday tradition. We'll pop in here on a Monday morning and just get our week started. So yeah, I've got a couple things planned today on today's live, but I also want I want your input as to what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to stay outside, and I don't know how long we'll go. We'll go until you get bored or I get bored, but I'm gonna try to stay outside. Do want to talk about the calm before the storm, right? So we're gonna cover some updates on that, and maybe y'all will look something up and learn and tell me something too. Leslie's in the house. Welcome, DC. What's up? I don't think you have a worry of getting booted because the boot is at work as well. So yeah, we want to talk about Hurricane Ian. I was going to say Ian, like the guy from 90210, but Hurricane Ian. Is coming. It's going to be our first one. And so, if you are in the Florida area or anywhere on the on the East Coast and you've had hurricanes or you've gone through hurricanes, would love some help, in the comments. Anything that maybe I haven't thought of, I need to go home this afternoon and just make sure my generator runs and make sure I have some fuel for that. Um, I I have to say we went shopping yesterday and it wasn't as crazy as I thought. We were able to get some water and just a few of the essentials. We didn't go crazy because there's other people out there as well. Um, and Yeah, but there was stuff in the stores. I was surprised actually. And then you know what? As I'm gonna walk this way because there was the pro tips, right? I think people, if I'm not mistaken, people come on to live streams. If you're here, give me a thumbs up on the live stream. Um, if you're here because you're like, I want to see the parks, or maybe I'm coming to the park soon. Um, any updates that can help me. What is a must see, must do? Maybe what what you don't need to do, those kind of things. I think that's what these live streams. I mean, that's what we use the live streams for before we moved over here. But so this morning, just to kind of give you a little inside information, I came into Epcot and I was thinking, they've got that brand new Starbucks there in Creation, um, or right next to Creations, the Connections Cafe, and but I thought there's gonna be a lot of people there, and so I was gonna come over here to where the port of entry is because there's a little Starbucks stand here, and I thought, well, there will be nobody there because I was kind of ahead of the crowd, and so I walked all the way in. You'll notice that there was a 10 o'clock stream. I had to bump it back 10:15 because when I got to here, wah 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 wah, yeah. So this little Starbucks stand is closed, y'all. I don't know when it closed. I mean, I haven't been into the parks as often as I want to, and so I might have missed that. I might have missed that where they closed this stand. Hey, what's up? Chris is in the house. Welcome in. Watching us on Facebook there. Oh, by the way, yeah, if you're wondering, I call somebody's name, you're like, I don't see their name in the chat. Well, feel free to say hi to them anyway, and I'll try to relay that message. But we are on Facebook and YouTube today, so we're trying to let as many people know we're out here as we can. Amanda, welcome in. Let's see. January 2025. Okay, awesome. Well, if you need help booking that trip, planning that trip, let me know. It's in the description as well, notjustcruising.com. We'd love to plan your trip for you. So anyway, I got an old favorite of mine that I saw up on the board at Starbucks there. I actually had to go back to the Connections Cafe there, and I saw that they had white chocolate mocha. I remember when I was in high school, there was this little coffee shop. For all my Clackamas peeps, you'll remember Coffee's On. And I used to get a white chocolate mocha skinny with a shot of hazelnut. So I saw this up on the board. I was like, oh, I'm going to do a white chocolate mocha with a shot of hazelnut. And there it is. Oh, let's see. Mandy, I might try to do that. So, yeah. Yeah. Hey, YouTube or Facebook, I'm just so glad to have y'all here. And DC, I apologize, but the boot is in the house. Apparently, he's not working right now. Raj, welcome. Welcome. All right. Let's see. Could you let one of the cast members know that the second Figment animatronic at the top is on? Oh, I think it's about time. I'm not saying get rid of Figment, okay? But definitely needs some update in there. Ooh, help you pick your apple. Good. Yeah, Janice. Okay. Let's see. I just want to go back through here. Yeah. Um, yeah, we'll be getting some stuff for boxes. Yeah. Let's see over there. This is a little harder all by myself. I don't have anybody with me. All right. Yeah, sure you are. Sure you're working. Sure. Okay. Well, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna flip you around, and we're gonna um, we're gonna just go for a little walk. And one of the things that I've been thinking about doing, and let me know in the comments if you're interested. But I just want to come in and go for a walk in the park. Just me. I mean, if you want to come along, you can come along. But I gotta not partake in these fattening drinks and sugar. I'm gonna try to cut some sugar out of my diet, and do a little bit more walking. All right, which way? I think we're gonna go Mexico. I might try some snacks in here today too. I just don't know what it is I'm gonna get. The struggle is real. Okay. One of the things about Orlando that is a little concerning to me, and smash the like button, or hit those hearts if you understand my pain. But I can't find a breakfast taco here to save my life. Like 9 years in San Antonio, you get used to something, and I love breakfast tacos. Now, Melanie said, well, you can just go to the store and you can get tortillas and you can get eggs and you can get bacon, or you can get beans and cheese, or you can get chorizo, or you can do potato and egg. All those. I love all breakfast tacos. I haven't found a breakfast taco that I don't like. But it's not the same when you're making it at home. It's just not the same. It's different. And I'm missing it. Definitely missing. Um, Definitely missing the breakfast taco.
Yeah, they were there.
So yeah, Disney Dynamics. I would love a scooter. Do you know where we can get one? Because a scooter would be nice. I was gonna get just a regular coffee, but as I was walking in, I realized it was a little humid out, a little warm, and I'd already had one cup of coffee on the way in, and so I needed something cold, a cold beverage. Oh yeah, you're right, Amanda. I mean, the funny thing is that if you haven't lived in like South Central Texas, you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, for real, when I'm driving my boat over there at Universal, and I meet somebody that's from San Antonio, or let's see, the other day I met some people from Kylene, even Austin. Austin is probably the furthest north that really understand what we're talking about here. But yeah, they all. Where's the breakfast tacos? Look at all these strollers. Anybody need a stroller? How is it? Somebody answer this for me, maybe. But how is it that strollers don't get stolen in Disney? Like, these people are waiting in line for your favorite ride, Chris. They've got to be in here waiting for Frozen, right? And we were in there for 45 minutes. That's crazy. And no, I'm not planning on stealing a stroller. I'm just wondering how it is that they keep from being stolen. Yeah, mom and pops. See, that's the thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, Taco Cabana is like the OG for me, breakfast tacos. So when I first moved to San Antonio, I would drop Melanie off at school. I'd drop the kids off at school, and then I would go home because I didn't have a 9-to-5 job at the time. I was kind of setting up the house and getting things ready when we moved. And so I stopped at Taco Cabana almost every day. It sounds really bad. Almost every day I stopped at Taco Cabana and picked up some breakfast tacos and a Dr. Pepper. I assimilated real quickly to Texas. I dropped the Mountain Dew, picked up Dr. Pepper and breakfast tacos. And so, yeah, but as I was more and more, assimilated into the culture, I realized Taco Cabana is like the Taco Bell of breakfast tacos. So had to go try those other places, Los Arcos and Las Palapas. That's more of a local area. All right, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna check up here, just make sure I didn't miss anything. There we go. So, looking out, you see that big eyesore out there? I'm wondering if that's going to go away. Like, I know that Happily Ever After is coming back to Magic Kingdom. I think the rumors were debunked. I think Harmonious is here to stay. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Breakfast Talk New York. I wonder if they're the same. Yeah, right? It's you don't take the stroller. You don't take stuff from the stroller. I honestly, I don't know. I don't really want to use this time to get too controversial, but let me know what you think here. Okay? Are we using strollers too long and too much? Just wondering. Like, do we let our kids stay in the stroller until they're too old? I'm trying to think back to my own kids. It's a little humid here. And when we were, bringing our kids up, and they were littles. I think Trace was 1 when Mackenzie was born, and I think the stroller went away when Mackenzie was 1. I think we got rid of it. We had a double stroller when she was born, and it had a place where her car seat would fit in there, and then Trace would sit in the front. And then as she got older, then you didn't need the car seat. It was like a back to back. Now the strollers are so stinking wide, you can't get them through a doorway. I kind of like the double stroller back to back, like a motorcycle style. But yeah, how old is too old for a stroller? That's what I'm wondering. Like, I understand at the end of the night, like, your kids are tired. Their legs are shorter. They don't understand the pacing or those kind of things. I don't know. Where am I trying to go with this? We always made our kids walk. I mean, you wanna have fun at Disney all day, or Universal, or wherever you're gonna go. I mean, it's kind of like paying the price. I think we did I think we had like a banana stroller. You know, I think, isn't that what those are called? You know, they fold up. They're not much bigger than like an umbrella. Maybe they're called umbrella strollers. Um, but it was really easy to carry. Like it was super light, got out of the way, and we would carry that and in like real quick, or maybe late at night. Um, Never used a stroller here. For next Sunday we'll rent one for the break. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the breaks, because there's not a lot of places to kind of just get them sit down and settled in. Yeah, maybe to take a nap. Yeah, the umbrella stroller, is that what they're called? What I call it, banana. I did call it a banana. I mean, yeah, when you have multiple kids, I mean, when there's always a young one, right? I mean, you kind of always have a stroller. You always have a diaper bag. The end of the day, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of a minimalist. I mean, check this. This is me today. Boom. I mean, I don't even have a backpack today. Uh, I'm in here. I got cargo shorts on. I got everything that I need right here on my person, and that's what I'm doing. So, so yeah, strollers. What is too old? Like if it's a maybe just one kid. The reason is that I'm seeing my kids like 8, and and don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to tell anybody how to parent. I'm just I'm asking y'all what you think. Um, but the kids are in the stroller with an iPad. What's the purpose of coming here? Answer me that. Like half the stuff that I love about the parks is what you see. I mean, maybe that's just me. Um, but you don't want to miss something. Like, if I'm from the West Coast, right? If I bring my kids all the way over here to the East Coast and to Florida, I want my kids to see the birds, or see the squirrels. They look a little bit different. They're just a little different. I want them, like right now, we're right here near China. I want them to notice the music that's playing in the background. I know that's my rant. I'm very kind of transparent. I try not to throw my opinion out there, but obviously I think I have an opinion on this. Um, so yeah, when the older kids are begging to get in the stroller, that means it's time to go get in the pool, right? Yeah, yeah. Enjoy the parks. That's what I'm talking about. Especially, I mean, Epcot. Um, Epcot's not a little kid friendly park, but I can imagine like being 3, because that was when our kids like remembered everything, right? I mean, if you ask my daughter, and she's like, "Well, when I was 3," that's how a lot of her stories start, because she remembers things when she's 3. But say they're 3 and you're walking through Epcot, they might create memories like, I don't know, good or bad. Tell me. They might create memories um, of the time that they went into different countries. I mean, that's kind of fun. Like as a 3, 4, 5 year old, maybe 6, you might think that walking through Epcot, you're actually going to different countries. I don't know, how cool is that? All right, enough of the stroller talk. I'm gonna flip you back around, and we're gonna keep walking. I already passed Mexico, so probably not gonna get any breakfast tacos unless I go back. Well, they didn't have breakfast. I think they have like a maybe a chorizo or something there. Or I think they have brisket. Might be brisket. You know what? As we're getting going here, just a reminder of our sponsor, Main Street Treat.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
All right, so Africa, this is probably the country that people forget about the most on the showcase. Right here, tucked in between China and Germany. So, ooh, look at that. Kenyan coffee barbecue beef tenderloin and some shrimp. I'm gonna be here for a bit today. I might come back and do that for lunch because I need to head over to Magic Kingdom, but Magic Kingdom didn't have any reservations. So, something we learned last year is that I think the off season is a myth. Now, I'm sure there's an off season. I'm sure in the past there have been off seasons, but since we've lived here, I think people just wanted to get out and travel because we're like, kind of sort of post-pandemic move to Florida, right? And people want to travel. People want to get out. So, right now it's morning. It's kind of chill here. Hey, there's your shop right there. Thumbs up in the chat or on the Facebook there if you're a caramel coucher. Totally lost track of what I was saying. Oh, thanks, DC. Appreciate that. You put that link right in the chat. That was perfect. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, now if you're on Facebook, obviously you're like OG. You're with us. You're Main Street Treater. If you are on YouTube and watching us on YouTube, maybe on the replay, #replay, by the way, then maybe you don't know about Main Street Treat. You just saw the commercial a couple minutes ago. That is our company. And what our company does, we are a service, and we come into the parks. We pick up treats. We put them in boxes and ship them around the world. Just shipped something over to UK last week. So we are international, y'all. International. Mostly America, but a couple times Canada. Yeah, some Canadian deliveries every once in a while. We also do resort deliveries and special events, special boxes. If you contact Melanie and just tell her, hey, this is what I'm thinking, then she'll custom create a box for you. And if your creation is cool enough, you might find it on the website. We should start naming those, like for the person that ordered it. I think that'd be kind of cool. So, yes, the Halloween boxes are out, y'all. All right. So, Halloween boxes are here, ready to go. You can pre-order those and have those. I think on the pre-orders we ship those like the third week of October, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the fourth week, so that it gets to your house by Halloween. So you're going to want to go check out those boxes. If you see something and you're like, wait a minute, where is the pumpkin jack crispy? Well, they change things up from time to time. So a little different. We were looking through some pictures last night and noticed that there were some treats that were missing. Now, can anybody tell me, because I'm curious, a couple of weeks ago there was I think a fire reported, and this is my first time back in the park to come over and take a look. was there a fire here or not? Because the way it made it sound is that this thing was on fire, but it's looking pretty good. Maybe it wasn't. There you go. See, Robin? Melanie knows. So I just do what I'm told. I get a list. I take care of that list. And then she gives me another list. It's all about the list. Ooh. Just saw a little news blurb up the top of my screen. Apparently, they are pulling the Artemis from the launch pad tonight. So, you know what? I see a table up here. I'm going to stop at this table in just a second here. Is there anybody that's been following the Artemis launch? I know it was supposed to launch like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Melanie and I were going to go, had every intention on going. I kind of got off work and was too tired to drive over there because we were going to go sleep in the truck and go see it. But I was too tired. And then she wanted to grab a nap and then go. And we just didn't wake up. So then the next morning when I did get up, I found out that it hadn't launched. And yeah. Let's see. All right, so I'm thinking now might be a good time. Since that update is the hurricane. Now I'm interested for some help here. I need your expertise on the matter. Where's my hurricane people that have been through and obviously if you're here survived hurricanes, because we almost had one when we were in San Antonio. I want to say it was Harvey. Was coming up through the Gulf, and on their spaghetti, what do they call that? Spaghetti plot, spaghetti diagram. San Antonio was one of the directions that it could go. It ended up stopping in a little town, I think called Liberty, Texas, and the eye of the storm kind of hung out there for a while. I don't remember if it was a day or two, but that was the year that Houston got a lot of flooding, and it was devastating. It devastated Houston, and we were on the west side of the storm, and we barely got anything. Like, I mean, we prepared. We had all of our go bag. We were ready, to cook outside if we had to. We had water. We were good. Bought batteries. Got a new flashlight. We were solid. And then nothing until a few days after the storm. And I believe it was a couple parents on a chat mentioned something about a shortage in fuel, and then all panic ensued, and people all through South Central Texas, maybe might have been Texas as a whole, I think some other parts of the South started buying up all the gas that they could. People were taking 50-gallon drums in the bed of their trucks and filling them up at the gas station because they were afraid that there was going to be no more gas. Yeah, luckily, I filled up all of our vehicles, filled up all of our little gas cans. The only thing I didn't have that I would love to have in my toolbox is I didn't have a siphon, which would have been really good because then I could siphon out of the car and use it in a generator, use it to start fires or whatever I need to do. So, yeah. So yeah, that this one kind of looks like we're actually going to get impacted. Um, I'm I wouldn't say that I'm worried, but cautious. Like from talking to the locals, we are far enough inland that we shouldn't get the brunt. But I remember Harvey, and Amanda, it looks like you were in Houston, yeah, 2 or 3 days, right? And in some places, yeah, in some places you couldn't get out of your neighborhood because you were surrounded by water, right? So that is kind of where we're at. Is I'm looking at it going, I don't think the eye of the storm is going to come over Orlando. I think the eye is going to be north of us, but we are going to be on the east side of the storm. And so, um, ooh, good call, Amanda. I do have a desk that we use in the backyard that I need to pull that in. Yep, yep. I do have some stuff in the back. Yeah, on an island. So I think that's what maybe concerns me the most is getting stuck because we do live in kind of a hill country area, and our house is kind of on a knoll. I wouldn't call it a hill, but it's on a knoll, and there's like low lying areas around that could possibly fill up with water, I guess. So getting out. So we're thinking about, because Disney, if you didn't know this, Disney properties, the resorts there are rated for Cat 5 and above. Some above, but Cat 5 for sure. Hurricanes, and we haven't seen the rates yet, but apparently they have some storm rates so that locals can you know, get somewhere safe during the storm. So possibly tomorrow night, Tuesday, Wednesday night, the storm is supposed to kind of come through here Wednesday, Thursday. Um, so maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have a couple nights. But is there anything I'm missing? Like, I mean, we do have a couple cases of water at home. We've got some canned goods and some dry goods that I mean, obviously, you don't eat like kings, but just sustain yourself and make sure that you get the nutrition you need to do that. Yeah, so Robin, we've been listening to the news and to other people, and that seems to be a concern. Um, we again in San Antonio, we had a couple times where we had to hunker down for tornadoes. We've had I think 2 tornado warnings since we've been here this year, and I don't know why, but tornadoes don't scare me. It's so weird to say because I mean they're devastating and I've seen the destruction. Um, but tornadoes are like gambling in Vegas. Like it could touch down right next to you, but the odds are that it doesn't. So, um, but I mean, if there's a widespread amount of tornadoes, I mean that's definitely a concern. Okay, so you pull in all furniture. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Country Boy will survive. Um, we've got a gas grill. I've got a gas stove. Um, the only thing I don't have, um, some of the YouTubers I watch are sponsored by a company. I think it's like uh, Patriot something. Patriot. I can't remember, but I need some food, like that 25-year-old food, 25-year in the garage food, that kind of stuff. Um, oh, I like that. That is good. And for YouTubers, Robin said, sounds strange, but keep your shoes on. I do like that. So, yeah, it might be something where, if we are at home and we're going to wait out the storm, possibly, maybe, we don't put the pajamas on. Yeah. Um, get have your clothes on that they're ready to go. I like that. Um, yeah, yeah. The MREs. That's what I'm talking about. You know, that kind of food. So yeah. So the impact looks like it's going to be possibly north. I did see one model today that was putting it maybe right over Orlando, but that was kind of a rogue little line. Um, but it has been changing like hourly, um, hourly, which I mean, it's unpredictable. They can do their best, but you know, what's actually going to happen, we don't know. Um, and your welly boots, I'm not exactly sure what welly boots are. Um, I've got some work boots that I'll probably have. I'll have ready at the ready. White chocolate mocha, y'all. I don't think this one was skinny though. Um, yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna flip you back around. Let's keep moving around the Cinder Alley loves Disney. What is happening? Yeah, it's Rob all by himself today. It's me, the monologue, and y'all. So it's fun to be here with everybody and just hanging out today. Doing a little tour around Epcot, talking about things that'll change the world, like how old is too old to be in a stroller. Got a few more things to talk about today, but we'll walk around here and find another. Oh, I know what spot I'm gonna go to. I think this is kind of a good way to walk around the showcase. Take a little time, relax, take breaks. Y'all, it's got to be like 80 some degrees already, maybe. Well, what's my watch say? Oh, yeah. 88. It's 88 and fair out right now. And what is it? 11 o'clock in the morning? I guess it's late. Oh, look at that. Pink tail. I wonder what people did before smartphones. Y'all know? Well, Robin, you said you grew up in Florida, right? Um, I mean, obviously you had the news, right? But do you think we're maybe more stressed these days because of smartphones, technology? I mean, think about it. When a hurricane was coming in, what, 20 years ago? Because if you think about it, smartphones are, the first iPhone, what, 2007? So 20 years ago, hurricane coming through. You watched the news. Maybe you got online. Okay, there, because we did have online. Oh, there's Bill. Okay. Um, but you didn't have like minute by minute updates, and you didn't have your phone to go look at all hours of the day, right? Oh, and weather radios, right? Was that NOAA or something like that? Yeah, Leslie, Leslie, I know you post a lot of videos on mental health, and there's just a part of me, and I mean, come on, people, I'm here on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. We have an online business. I don't really want technology to go away, but there's just a part of me that's like, maybe it needs to. Like, for real. I mean, so many things about technology that cause problems. I mean, I said it earlier. I was talking about being in a stroller and on an iPad, and what you miss, like, even walking around with this. I mean, I come down and I read some comments and try to catch things, but I miss some stuff every once in a while. But I love to look at things. I love to see where I'm at. Notice the people, the difference in attire here at Disney, because it's a lot different at Universal, y'all. It's funny because I listen to my bosses, my supervisors, and they make it sound like there is a dress code. And security the other day. Security was funny, talking about this one person trying to come in, and they had some choice words on their shirt. And I was like, really? You're going to stop somebody because of that? Look at that person. Over there, over there, over there, over there. Oh, I think we can go through here. Oh, yeah. Right? I love this. This right here, pro tip. And it looks like there's a lot of people with the pro tip already, but this is a cool little area back here. Oh, and look at that, Mary Poppins. So this is where you can see Mary Poppins back here. I just wanted to maybe this little spot over here, but yeah, you have to be careful with the social media, and monitor it. I mean, the thing is we tried to keep our kids off of social media, and we were successful for a while, but it's like I don't want them on social. I didn't want them when they were teens, because I could tell that there was there were some negative things that could happen, that did. Some of those fears that I had, the bullying, the exposure to things that you don't necessarily want them exposed to. Yeah, I guess it just comes down to being a good parent, and knowing and being able to talk with them. Unless you definitely know more about the mental health, but yeah, having those hard conversations for sure. Cersei, welcome in. Yeah, bad for kids for sure. I mean, it's bad for adults And, we've given kids the world in their hands with very little limitations. Courtney, welcome in. Good morning. Over there on the West Coast, the sun must be finally up over there on the West Coast. So the question is then, because I'm all about like fixing the world. Um, if you ever met me or had any time and sat down, I like to fix the world. Like, here's how it really should be. Here's what we should do to make it all better. I'm interested in what you think. Like, how do we how do we fix social media? Um, how do we protect our kids from technology, but still use technology? Like, I don't want y'all to stop using technology. You stop using technology, you don't go to my website. If you don't go to my website, you don't buy boxes, and then we have to go. We have to do something else. I mean, I want the business to succeed. So please, yeah, go check out mainstreettreat.com. Um, yeah, I mean, go outside. What do we do? I don't know. It's a beautiful day here. So this is the gym right here. This is the gym in the UK. So you can come back here. Sometimes there's a lady that plays piano. I think she might move to a different piano. Um, but they piano up on stage, and this is where you can see Mary Poppins and Bert. Um, I've seen bunnies back here. Yeah. Oh, listen. I don't know. I think I told you all this one time, but so I was on my boat one time over there at Universal, and there was this baby, and when I say baby, I mean like 3 months, maybe four at the most. 3 months, 4 months old, and and the baby starts crying, and it's in a stroller. It's up, it's in a car carrier. It's that young, like it's like literally in the car seat in the stroller, and it starts crying, and I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. I crying kids are, I think it's a blessing, honestly. I love it when I hear kids cry. We used to say, let them work their lungs out. Um, but So this baby starts crying, and it was one of the rare times where the parent got up out of the seat, and I'm thinking, okay, if they're quick, because they're supposed to sit down on my boat, right? If they're quick, I'm not going to say anything, because obviously they're looking for a binky, they're looking for maybe a bottle, something soothing, a stuffed animal, right? I mean, what you do when there's a baby crying, which I think I probably would have picked the baby up out of the car seat, held it close. It probably at that point would have stopped crying. Um, I don't know. I'm not its parent, but anyway. So the parent, I can't remember if it was the mom or dad, reaches into the bag, doesn't pull out a bottle, doesn't pull out a binky, no stuffed animal. They pull out their cell phone. They then go onto their cell phone to YouTube or kids YouTube or something like that. They pull up some cartoon, and then they hold the cartoon in the baby's face. Remember, 4 years, no, not 4 years, 4 month old, maybe, in a car seat. Hold the phone in. I'm like, it took everything in me to not say something. I should have. Maybe I should have said something. Maybe I should just start being more vocal on the things that I'm feeling. Maybe, I don't know. Would that help change the world? Should I mean, isn't it see something, say something? So maybe we should just start saying something. Don't be afraid. Like, bring it to people's attention. Hey, your kid is 10 years old. They should probably walk. Take the device from them. Ask them, whatever happened to, uh, I Spy? You can't play I Spy if you're staring at a device. I don't know. Anyway, it's a little hot here, y'all. Let's go ahead and we're going to finish our loop. We're going to keep moving around the circle here. And then I'm thinking I need to find a snack. I'm going to be here. You know what? Real quick, before we leave the UK, there's a word from Main Street Treat.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
mainstreettreat.com. Yeah, so we're not the new owners anymore. I need to do the voiceover. I need to redo the voiceover. We've been here a year now. Can you believe it? A year. A year. Yeah, right? Taken away. So it's like you're born with the iPad in your hand, and then once there's any kind of behavior, take it away. But it's like, I don't know. Like literally, could our parents take away our imagination? Like you're not acting right now. Stop imagining. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, Main Street Treat, go check it out sometime today. Check out the new Halloween boxes. And the other boxes, we have subscriptions. We also have merch boxes. So if you click on the tab at the top, or if you click on the little hamburger and go to Fun and Fancy Freight, Fun and Fancy Freight is our merch section. So we are actually doing merch boxes. I'm super excited about it because there is a lot of great merch. We are seeing a shift in Disney. And when I say a shift, like we've been here a year. And when we first got here, the merch was few and far between. It was old, like literally looking at stuff that was like 1998, 1999. It was like they had it stuck in a warehouse somewhere. And they were just throwing it on the shelf. They didn't have merch. But I think that Disney is taking a turn for the better now because we're starting to see new merch. We're starting to see plentiful merch. And it's good stuff, y'all. I mean, if you haven't seen the new Donald Sipper, okay, which those are available, go check out the website, the new Donald Sipper. Let me tell you, here's my opinion, and this would be a great time to turn you around because I want you to see my face and know how sincere I am. Okay, the Figment bucket was probably the last good thing that Disney put out, at least for Disney World. And when I'm talking about like the popcorn buckets and the sippers, okay, the little bee thing that they had, it was kind of cool, but I'm not partial, really. I mean, Universal and Disney, whatever, love them both, but yeah. So Universal's popcorn buckets, they are on point, y'all. On point. The quality, the styling, I'm just really impressed. I have to say, a couple of the buckets that have been around here at Disney, wasn't so impressed with. But the Donald sipper, if you're a Fab Five fan, if you're a sipper fan, if you're a Donald fan, you're going to love the Donald sipper. It is amazing. And again, it's probably the first really cool thing that Disney's come out with in a little while. Hey, we made a circle, y'all. Check it out. So, I saw a bunch of comments here. I wanted to stop real quick. Since we made a circle, I'm going to take you over. I think we're going to do a couple more things today before I sign off, but we're going to go over to creations. Yeah, it's, and I don't know, like, I don't know if it should be a reward for a tablet or if it should just be like, do you want, I don't know what the best route is for that. Like, I definitely don't want to be punishment, right? Yeah. Searching. Right. So, okay. So I know we've heard him called paycheck. We've wondered how long Bob was going to be around. I had a thought. I thought maybe as we come out of the pandemic and out of this craziness, I thought maybe he was going to be used as the scapegoat for all things wrong with Disney, and then tomorrow was going to be installed in place. But it's not looking like that is happening anytime soon. Um, but like I said, I mean things might be turning around here at Disney. Um, I have said this for quite a while: is that Disney will survive. Like they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Um, I think that the economy being what it is, and society and everything that's going on in the world being what it is, I think Disney's kind of taking a hit. But uh, honestly, um, they're going to bounce back. I was making this statement. Let me know what y'all think. But I was wondering, like, if this isn't like the early '80s version of Disney, like just trying to figure out, where their lane is. Um, it's like here at Epcot. One of the things that I'm struggling with right now in Epcot, right? I mean, we got Guardians of the Galaxy here. Why? Why is Guardians in Epcot? Is there anything else here that make sense? I, wouldn't that be better in Hollywood Studios? Or I don't know. We put Tron in Magic Kingdom. Could Guardians be part of like be part of Tomorrowland? I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Um, oh yeah, the orange. You're right. I mean, I agree. The bee and the orange bird were they were adorable. I loved them. So anyway, Disney of the 80s, like trying to find their lane, the theming of the parks. And I think that they've got some work to do between now and 2025 when Epic Universe opens up. And because Epic Universe is going to be the third gate at Universal, it's a long waited addition to the Universal brand here in America. Japan already has Nintendo Land and all that kind of stuff. So, I think Disney's going to have to do something. Now, I did see some video of Tron working. So they were doing some testing on Tron. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, I mean, we need a couple great movies that are going to come out and stick. And when I say stick, let me explain that. I mean, a great movie that comes out, that's branded well, that people are talking about every day. Like, don't get me wrong, love Coco, loved Moana, loved Encanto, um, but they were great. And then it's kind of just gone silent. Like, I don't know if it was because, you know, because people didn't go to the movies for a year. Um, the Disney Plus release, I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm curious. Um, yeah. Yeah, lots of updates. I don't know if y'all are seeing any updates on Hurricane Ian. Go ahead and throw them in the chat. But speaking of updates, I want to take you over and show you the Moana update, which I'm really excited about. This. I know I just threw Moana into a group of, movies that maybe were talked about and then forgotten. But I do have an exhibit. Well, what is this called? It's not an exhibit. It's not an attraction. It's like an area um, of Epcot here that I'm not exactly sure why it isn't open yet, but it's not, and I feel like it should be. Oh, we're gonna split in the middle. Didn't mean to do that. Right? Seriously, I 100% agree. Like, and here's the thing: is that Eisner did that. If if you've read or seen any of the like history Disney in the '80s, Eisner just started throwing things at the wall. Right? They they were trying this, and they did the dance party at Disneyland, and they had uh, was it Pleasure Island here, and then they had Euro Disney and Disney. What was it? Was it Shanghai or Hong Kong? One of the two. Um, and just kind of throwing it out there, like, all right, one of these things is going to help save us. But then they accompanied it with Aladdin and Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid. So, and then branded, like, those are things that people talked about. Um, you know, so I just wonder, like, out of all these things, what's going to stick? And, what's going to take Disney into the next chapter. All right, so here's the update on Moana. There's a wall, and we'll just walk the circle of the wall here, just so you can see how much. Right? So I never got to actually go to Pleasure Island because Melanie was not 21, and when we were here on our honeymoon, and so she actually wasn't 20; she was 19. But so we didn't go to the clubs and the bars and stuff. In fact, we went into, I think, Planet Hollywood, and they would not let her in with me because she wasn't 21. Now, when we were on our way here, planning Disney, we were told, oh yeah, if you're married, and then they can go. But didn't end up happening that way. All right, so the wall continues. Well, I mean, we didn't know that. She was kicked out. Like, we didn't have the internet. But I did. I have heard that, um, since then, that you didn't have to be 21 to be in Playground. That there was 18 and up stuff. Um, yeah, but it would have been more fun. So we ended up, like, during our honeymoon, we didn't stay out late. That was the thing. Like, there was no partying. We got up early. She wanted to be rope dropping every park. Hey, she was legal. I mean, I was only 21. I was just barely 21. So, I'm so excited. There's a crane. So, that crane hasn't been there all the time. Oh, look, there's monorail. I just went over it. It's obviously paused there for a second. Oh no, they're on something else. So I was trying to get to the restrooms behind that wall one day. I knew there was restrooms over here, and they had moved the wall. So the update. You're right. So let's see. Wait. Oh right. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing, is that I honestly, I was not impressed, and I'm not trying to, like, poo-poo Disney all the time. I just, this is the forum where we, hopefully get things worked out and fix the world. But I have not been impressed with the 50th celebration at all. I think the celebrations have not been what they could be. I mean, if you remember the 50th at Disney, um, what was it, the Year of Dreams, um, and they had a really cool logo, and it was all themed, and you know, you would go into the park daily, and with the hope that you could, get a special stay, maybe a stay, in the Disneyland Hotel or the Grand, or you would get special access to something, um, because they were just out there, you know, um, they were out there, like, giving away stuff. Like, it was always, I mean, every time when we went, like, I think twice, um, during that celebration. I think one of them we were actually volunteers with, volunteer ears. Yeah. So we made blankets, and so we got special tickets to go in. But yeah, so you're like, celebration the entire year, and there was fanfare. Now I understand when this celebration started, it was the tail end of the pandemic. We still weren't sure, I mean, whether or not masks were going to be required or not, whatever. I mean, all the ands, ifs, and buts. But I mean, come on, you're talking about multi-bazillion dollar company, right? That's supposed to be creative. You couldn't have been creative with the way that you handled the celebration. I mean, they changed the lights on this, which originally, when I first saw it, I didn't like, but I love it now. By the way, I really do. Um, I'm still not a huge fan of Harmonious. I mean, that was supposed to be kind of part of that. Definitely the fireworks at Magic Kingdom. Um, I'm missing something. Well, now. I haven't seen it since they put Walt back in, but I think Disney kind of heard a lot of feedback about that they had taken Walt out of out of the fireworks show, and so they did put Walt back in, which I think is great. By the way, we're still Walt. Some of y'all probably were maybe hanging on to see. I mean, if there's a crack in this wall, we're gonna look through it. But yeah, so one of the things that kind of bugged me about Harmonious and the new show at Magic Kingdom is that you have these iconic songs. Now, I know I play both sides of the fence a lot, and I get it. Let's let some up and coming talent, or let's let's get some other people paid. But you've got these iconic songs, and you don't use the original version, the original artists. Definitely think there's something missing there. I mean, it's kind of his creation. Why wasn't he in the fireworks show from the beginning? I mean, all you gotta do is throw the one sound bit in there. To all who come to this, I mean, obviously this is Disney World. He wasn't here, but welcome. I mean, that's kind of what started the park experience, right? Now, we finally, right there, that door right there, it's kind of almost hidden, but that's where you come out when you go up into Spaceship Earth, which I don't get to do near enough. I love it. Melanie doesn't like it for some reason. Yeah, I love Spaceship Earth. That's where I got my coffee, right there. So when y'all come down, actually, that little cafe, it's really nice. You got Starbucks on one side. The other side, you got pretty good food. It's nice and bright and new in there. Still the wall. I told you we're walking the whole way around. There's too many people, or I would hold you up over the wall to show you. So I'm just looking. Maybe there's a crack. Let's see. When did you say you're coming again? January. You said January, right? Or was that somebody else that's coming in January? Oh, this coming. Oh, we're gonna be okay. So Sunday. I mean, well, I won't force you, but if you want to meet up somewhere, let us know. Maybe we hit up some Disney Springs, or if you trust us with your itinerary, let us know when you're going to be in the park on Sunday, Monday. So, okay, so there's the wall. This is where we started, y'all, and that's Moana. 2nd through the 8th. Oh, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, we've got a little something coming up that week, so we'll have to meet you on the front side if that's okay. If you want to, I mean, obviously, if you're like, nope, just watching YouTube is fine. Let's just keep it at that. That's fine too. So, from what I understand, okay, and again, this is just what I understand, what I can see from the monorail um, when we take the monorail around, is that uh, it's going to be like a garden. It's like Moana's garden. It's going to be like fountains and stuff. So, oh, let's go over here. All right. So, I got one more thing that has been on my mind, and you know, I know a lot of people in here have your own channels, and I call it influencers. Like, I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, we haven't been live on YouTube in a while. We haven't dropped a video. We do have one to drop here soon. We got to finish it up. It's only been like a month and a half in the making. But being an influencer, uh, I feel that I've been an influencer even before YouTube. Being a teacher, being a coach, um, being participating in our church and youth. Uh, we are influencers. Like, even if you're not on camera or on a podcast, you're an influencer, right? You influence people, and some people influence in different ways. And I think it's important. Like, I think that, we, maybe like the conversation that we have on here that we had today, you know, maybe it influenced you to, see a parent of a young person and be like, Leslie, I didn't mention which video. Yes. Okay. Uh, but so we, we influence people whether we know it or not, right? But some of us have stepped out here and did something crazy, like start a YouTube channel and then gone as far as to walk around with a gimbal and talk while walking through the park. And so, hey, random stuff's back. Hope science class was amazing. Did you learn anything about Hurricane Ian that you wanted to share? So, it's kind of like that right there. Like, random stuff. If you didn't know, she's popped in many a times on the channel, and she was a student of mine, 7th grade, I think, 7th or 8th grade, and then just from time to time, as you've been going. I think you're in college now, first, second year. I can't remember, but obviously, we've influenced people. So the question is that there's a lot of controversy right now. And you're seeing a lot of people post stuff about influencers, streamers in particular, in the park. So I'm curious, do you think live streaming in the park is a negative, positive, neutral? What do you think about it? Like, I mean, I get that, if you're doing something, if you're not being mindful, you know, I try, when I'm walking, I try not to focus in on. Oh, that's right. Okay, you were in Pitts's room. That's right. But that was the year we were together a lot. Um, anyway, yeah, that I think is it, Leslie. It's about the being respectful. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I mean, every time that I've stopped today, I try to remove myself from the crowd, find a place that is, you know, um, that's not right out where people are walking, where um, I don't I don't want to put a bunch of people on the camera. I mean, it's not. I mean, they didn't ask to be there, right? They didn't ask to have their family. I mean, obviously you're in a public space, so the fact that there's cameras and stuff, I mean, they can't get away from that. But I think the not focusing on a certain area for a long time, like following the people. I don't know. What do you think? Um, yeah, it depends on the streamers, right? I mean, there's some streamers out there, and I won't name them, um, because there's good ones and there's bad ones. Like, there's some that I really enjoy watching, and others that I think maybe don't have that respect. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to see it go away. And I know that there's the over in Japan. I think that Disney is limiting it, but I hope Disney doesn't limit it, because I think that this is a great platform to be able to reach people in a positive way. Right. Yes. Yes. I agree. So one of the things, I don't like streaming, and one probably one of the reasons why I don't ride rides um, a lot when we're streaming is because I don't want to be that guy that's in line, you know, having this conversation with you all when other people are trying to be there with their families and experience the queue and everything. And I think that's super distracting. I think walking and talking, stopping and showing, moving on, pulling off to the side, I think that is okay. Um, I would love to take you all on some rides. I would love to, I mean, I love the Three Caballeros, but you get in there and it's confined and there's people on either side of you, and I think it's distracting and it takes away from their experience. Um, let's see. Right. Yeah, I see. Oh, well, that's here. I can put that up there. I didn't. It's kind of hard trying to produce, um, but yeah, I think that, and I said this right at the beginning. If you were here when I started up the stream, you know, when before we moved here to Florida and we were planning our trip, we went and we watched streams. We watched Disney food blogs. We watched Molly. We went and got as much information as we could so that we could have the best experience that we could while we were here. Um, and that point too, Cersei, I think that there's many people that can't make it to the park, but just the being able to pull up a stream and look, experience it, live vicariously through streamers. I think that that's important, and it takes us back to the mental health, right? Um, you know, being able to get that escape. You don't always escape through movies. I mean, this is real. Um, honestly, that's why we kind of got into this business. Like, one of the things that we really appreciate doing through Main Street Treat is trying to personalize it, trying to make it an experience for the receiver, um, that may not be able to get to the park, or maybe they went to the park years ago, and it brings back that memory, that good time. Um, you know, I think that's important. Um, I think that being an influencer, obviously, there's negative influences in the world, but if we can have more positive influencers, I think that that's the change. And yeah, for sure. Like, I had somebody. I keep going back. Hey, if y'all don't know, I'm a yacht boat captain over at Universal. So I had somebody coming on my boat the other day, and they had a really nice camera with microphone and everything. And I was like, "Hey, are you a YouTuber? Is this going to be, on a channel?" And she didn't give me her YouTube channel. I think that she had a YouTube channel, but the purpose of it was because she wanted to remember. She wanted to document. And I hear that from probably my favorite YouTubers. And most of them, some of them, I guess, are not Disney. Um, no product placement there. I don't think Demo's going to be watching this video, but if he is, one of my favorite YouTubers. Uh, you do this because you want to remember. I mean, that's what home movies was all about, and this is just like an entertaining home movie. Because honestly, when we did videos, we don't watch many of them back. I mean, from time to time we break them out, but um, yeah, it wasn't very entertaining. But having that just documented, and if you create a little video to share with people, um, it's sharing your experiences, it's sharing your joy, and maybe giving them something to look forward to, or to experience, and and then having that to look back on later. Alana, how is it going? Welcome in. Oh, you get you get your fix, right? Um, yeah, and I mean that's being respectful to the other people, because it's like when you're here, Leslie, and you're going to be, I know you're going to have your camera, because you're going to want to, memorialize, well, not memorial, that's the wrong word. You're going to want to capture, we'll just say capture, you're going to want to capture those moments with your daughter, um, here in the park. And um, I don't want to, take away from that. Like the guests that are here, and they're experiencing, maybe this is the first time, maybe it's the 500th time that they've come here. I mean, it was funny. Melanie was on the phone with Disney, because if you didn't know, we're travel agents. Link is in the description. But she was on the phone for a client the other day, and and the automated message said, "How many times have you been to Disney, to a Disney park or Disney property or whatever?" And she's like, hundred thousands. It was like, huh. Hey, Main Street Treat is popping in. You must be on lunch. Welcome in, honey. Um, so, anyway, that is, I think that's the key. I think that we need to be influencers. I think that this is important. And I mean, if y'all want to hang out on Mondays, I want to do this. I want to come in and just and do like a breakfast, get our coffee, and go for a walk through a park. This week, Epcot, maybe next week, Animal Kingdom. I don't know. I don't really have a plan yet, but I just want to bring a little Disney to you. And maybe next Monday, Leslie, hit me up. Let me know where you're gonna be. Um, but you know, be an influencer, even if you're not on screen. Pete's in the house. What's up? Hello, hello. Checking in. Um, be an influencer. Be a positive influencer. Give people something that makes them feel good inside. Um, we all have that negative person in our lives. Like, I can think of this one person, and I don't want to name names, and I'm not even going to tell you much. but I'm a positive person, and every time I say something positive, this person has something negative. There's something in their life that just wasn't going right, and you know what? I come back with a positive, and for every time they say something negative, I come back with a positive because I want to spread positivity. Um, I I want people to have fun. I want people to laugh. I want people to feel good. And whether or not Disney says no more streaming in the parks, um, whether or not they put some sort of umbrella over their parks that cause people. I mean, I don't know. Have you tried streaming fireworks lately? Um, whether or not they try to shut down signal and internet to people's phones, I don't know. Um, be an influencer. If you have an avenue, an opportunity to get on and spread it to more people, awesome. If it's talking to the neighbor kids or neighbor teens, be a positive influence in somebody's life. I love it. Okay, well. All right, so maybe Magic Kingdom. Okay, I will definitely be going back. If I missed a comment, um, uh, then I'll go back and I'll be reading comments because I am definitely interested in what you said. I think if you want to do this every Monday, make sure you smash the like button. Maybe give this video a share, put it out on your social media, and let people know that we're here. That Disney Connections is still around, y'all. Okay, and Main Street Treat, y'all, over there on the Facebook family. You know what we do, right? So check out the boxes. Don't forget the merch box, right? We have the merch boxes that are coming. I think we're shipping out our first set of merch boxes are coming this week. So if you've got a merch box coming, should be in your hot hands soon. Um, all right. Well, Pete, for sure, I'll be contacting. I'll call you here in just a little bit. But I think that's it, y'all. This has been fun. Maybe next week we'll go 2 hours. I don't know, maybe 3. But I appreciate y'all for all your support, all your love, and hanging in there. I've had more people in this stream today than I ever thought I was because we've been dark. But all right, honey, you're not here to help me out, so I guess I'm in it by myself. Hey, appreciate you being here on Disney Connections, where we're going to talk about all things Disney. Bye.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.